It's personal between me and you, and I'm going to do you some serious harm, you big stiff idiot.
The untouchable True School Sports Empire proudly presents something the boxing games are missing. Hey, what's going on? It's your boy BT, and I came here to talk some boxing with the thousands of True School Sports subscribers. All right, so I really wanted to come on here and speak my piece about this because, you know, at the time of me shooting this, it's March 22nd, so we're officially 1 week away from this glorious night where I'm going to be in Arizona. It'll be my first time visiting Arizona, so shout out to all the fine folks in Arizona. I know a lot of great people from Arizona, but I've never been there for myself, so I'm looking forward to going over there and seeing what boxing is like over there, because I hear it's a great fight town, and everyone I know there is awesome, so shout out to the fine folks in Arizona. But week from today, Seniesa Estrada will not only be in what is a grudge match versus Yokasta Valle. It will not only just be a fight for undisputed, crowning the first ever 105-pound women's undisputed champion. I really and truthfully believe to the core of my bones that this is the coronation, and it's going to be something where Seniesa Estrada finally fully validates what I've always thought about her. And anybody who knows me knows that I've always thought the world of Seniesa Estrada long before most even knew who she was. I mean, I'm talking like when she wasn't even signed to Golden Boy Promotions. I remember watching Seniesa Estrada fight years ago in like her ninth or eighth professional fight when she fought Nancy Franco on the undercard of Chocolatito versus Carlos Cuadra. So it's been some time following up with Seniesa Estrada. And, you know, over the years covering this sport, and this is really the main part of this video. This is the main idea of this video. So if y'all don't take nothing else from this video, please take this with you, please. I'm begging you, please take this with you. I've been around a lot of fighters in my life. Being around boxing, being able to be blessed by God and travel to the places I've been to and be around the fighters I've been around. I've gotten exposed to a lot of greatness over the years, a lot of great fighters, you know. The guys like Riddick Bowe and Holyfield and the Angelo Leos of the world, and you know, just a lot of fighters, man. There's so many fighters I could sit here and name. I got exposed to a lot of personalities, and I've learned a lot by being around these fighters. And I'm gonna tell y'all like this: male or female, please listen to what I'm telling you. Male or female, one of the smartest fighters I've ever met in my entire life is Seniesa Estrada. From the way she thinks about the sport, from the way she processes styles of her opponent she's fighting, the way she can break down fights when you talk to her about boxing. I don't always agree with her on boxing. You know, we've had our debates about boxing in the past, and I don't agree with everything she says, but she definitely knows her shit when it comes to this boxing game. I feel like, you know, when you pick it up, when you first start boxing, right? When you go to the gym as a young kid, young boy or girl in your heart, you have this desire in your heart when you compete to want to be champion, right? That's what everybody wants to become. So you start off as a novice. I feel like as you're going through the rankings, you know, as you're going through the eliminators and things like that, that's you going through elementary school, middle school, grade school. When you become a world champion, that's like getting your master's degree in boxing. But when you become undisputed, that's when you get your PhD in boxing, right? And so this is a chance for Seniesa Estrada to finally get her PhD in boxing and really get that recognition around the boxing world, not just as a great woman's fighter, because I don't think she's just a great woman's fighter. She is a great fighter, period, male or female. She's one of the best fighters in the world, one of the smartest fighters in the world. And it's that reason, and I've been very adamant about this throughout the years. Let me be most adamant about it now in her biggest fight. I really and truthfully believe Seniesa Estrada is going to outclass Yokasta Valle. Yokasta Valle, a hell of a fighter. Like, intelligent pressure fighter, brings a lot of positive attributes to the table. But Seniesa Estrada, too quick, too fast, too smart, too sharp, and just ultimately, I think, a cut above Yokasta Valle, too good for Yokasta Valle. Too, you know, I just don't, other than Seniesa Estrada's conditioning not being up to par and something going horribly wrong, I just don't see how Yokasta Valle is going to beat Seniesa. I don't think she could out-volume her. I don't think she's going to be able to avoid the counter punches if Seniesa Estrada can switch. And that's another thing, too. People talk about Jerron Ennis being a great switch hitter. He is a great, you know, at switching stances. They talk about Terrence Crawford being a great at switching stances. But you know what? You know who one of the best you want to know who one of the best most smartest switch hitting fighters of this era is Seniesa Estrada. You know, it's one of the smartest fighters, Seniesa Estrada. One of the most competitive people I've ever met in boxing, Seniesa Estrada. That's why, you know, gotta remember, guys. I don't want to make this video too long, but I wanted to come out here and just talk my shit and speak my piece about Seniesa Estrada before the biggest fight of her career, because I've been watching this journey for a long time. Seniesa Estrada didn't have the easy, even though she's a star now in women's boxing, she wasn't always that. Remember, she turned pro in what? She's been pro for like, what is it, 13 years? Like she's been a professional fighter for 13 years. And her career didn't even get off the ground until really like, what, 2017? So it took her about, what, 4 years for her career to even get going with any sort of momentum. She had to fight girls that weren't even in her weight class. She had to, you know, when she was signed to Golden Boy, initially she was signed as a second priority behind Marlena Esparza. She had to beat her to get any good treatment from Golden Boy. You know what I'm saying? So it was like she's had to go through a lot more than most women's fighters, because she turned pro at a time where there wasn't even women's boxing in the Olympics. So she didn't even have the luxury like a Claressa Shields had to you know, just have that launch pad, that red carpet rolled out for her to, you know, get momentum with her career early on. She's been through a lot of shit in this boxing game, and in my opinion, no women's fighter deserves the kind of success she's about to experience next week. None. Because she's really gone through a lot of shit in her career. And I think a lot of times, you know, one thing about Seniesa, knowing her as a friend and whatnot, she's someone that is a very private person. Like, that's just how she is. So a lot of times, she doesn't even like being on social media. She doesn't even like promoting herself like that. Honestly, she's just really a to herself person. So a lot of times throughout the years, she gets lost. She gets lost in the cracks of you know, boxing moving along and being an afterthought. She's had those times in her career, and I just think, you know, it's gonna be a great moment in time when Seniesa Estrada finally gets all those belts around her waist, and the boxing world sees that she was who she said she was all along, and she was who I said she was all those years ago, and beats a very good champion, Yokasta Valle, who's no pushover. Like, I'm not making this out like Yokasta Valle is a bum or nothing like that. This isn't to downplay Yokasta Valle. I respect Yokasta Valle. I respect her coach, Gloria Alvarado. The coach G has a tough assignment on her hands. You know, game plan to beat Seniesa Estrada, someone who's as mentally strong as her, someone who's as competitive as her, someone whose IQ is as high as her, someone who can switch hit like her. It's not easy. So God bless her, and may she do the best she can as a trainer to beat Yokasta Valle. But I'm gonna tell you like this, man. That night, Yokasta Valle is gonna have to come with a spiked shovel to beat Seniesa Estrada and beat her over the head with it. Like that. That's what I think it's gonna take that night, because that's how badly I know she wants to stamp her legacy in this sport as undisputed champion, and as not just one of the best women's fighters in the sport, but one of the best fighters in the sport. So look, I know I don't really talk about women's boxing as much as I used to, but one of the women's boxers that I really have the utmost respect for, that I think is one of the best fighters in the world, is Seniesa Estrada. So I just wanted to come speak my piece on this real quickly. Unless, you know, I get an interview with her or something like that before, this is probably the last time I speak about this until after they fight. But I'll be there in Arizona, so if you're going to be in Arizona for the fight, let me know. I look forward to meeting some of the viewers, the Arizona viewers of True School Sports at the fights. And yeah, like I say in every single one of these videos, you can love me or you can hate me. But I'm just a kid from Dania, so until next time, take care, guys. Thank you for watching another video on the untouchable True School Sports empire. I'm at the Boxing Hall of Fame out here in Canada, New York. And for more great boxing content just like this video, make sure you click and subscribe right over here.